Hi, I am back. So let's continue with this journal. I showed you in the other videos before. I will link all of the videos down below in the info box what I did, how I created this journal. So these are the signatures. Where's my third signature? Here's my third signature. So first thing I want to do is ink up all the edges with the Stress Ink Gathered Tricks, which is a light brown, to give them a bit more structure, to make the journal look a bit older and used, and to define the edges a bit more. So I will just go around all the edges so that you can see them a bit more properly. And I take you with you on my journey while creating this journal. So this journal creating journey, to say so. So just go all around the edges. Hopefully you can see a bit of difference already. So this takes a bit of time. So, but it's really, really worth it. I hope you are all very well and fine. Please tell me in the comments if you are junk journal creating, in the junk journal creating process too, a junk journal creator. I would love to read your comments. Maybe you created some kind of this journals too, so maybe you would like to tell me in the comments as well. Maybe you have some tips or some questions. Everything would go. I would love to read and answer your comments. And I have many junk journal creating videos on my channel. So many different videos and some bullet journal videos as well. So I do create junk journals and I do use my bullet journal and I do use my junk journals as well, but not in the common don't know, usement. So I don't use them for memory keeping for myself, because I do this in my bullet journal, but I use them to write write letters to my pen pals, so to my best friend and to my nephew. So this is something you can do as well. Use these journals as pen pal journals. But usually you would use these kind of journals for memory keeping for your own, as traveler's notebooks. It depends on the size of the journal, I think. So usually this journal would be too big to use it as traveler's journal, I think, but of course you could do this. So I will ink all around the edges and then I will show you what we did. So let's see, maybe a bit more color from this direction, and of course the last fold, so that the spines are more defined, because we used one fabric for the whole journal. So this is how it looks so far. I want to ink around a bit more on the edges to give this older look, so the edges are a bit more used up, to say so. So let's see, here's another edge. Just a bit here and there. So let's see, something over here, a bit over here, and a bit color over here and over here. So all the edges. Okay, these edges look fine. And we have to do a bit more on these edges. I try not to pull the sleeve of my pullover into the color. Of course it is washable, it will wash out, but I want to wear this pullover for today, so I don't want to cover it in ink. And I want to go around all the edges on the inside as well, so where you see the lighter fabric, not the jeans fabric, and a bit more on the edges as well. So a few more steps and then we are finished with this part. A bit more on the edges over here and on the spine. I thought about using another color, so maybe some blue or pink or green. These are the colors I have. You can use all the colors you like. you have and you like, but I wanted this journal to be to look a bit more old, so this is why I used brown. So this light brown in this case. But you can create a more colorful journal and a more not neutral journal. Of course, neutral you can design too, but more modern journal, to say so, when you use other colors, so like more colors which are more popping out. I thought maybe I could ink the edges on the inside as well. I don't know, or I don't think that it will be visible this much, but maybe a little bit. So these are the tiny little things you can do. Oh yes, it's really good visible. I don't know if you can see it when the signatures are sewn in, but I think it gives the journal something extra. So just go around the inner edges. Okay, last fold. You can use a makeup sponge as well. I like to use these dabbers because they are really handy. Okay, and maybe a bit more color around the edges as well. Just a tiny little bit here and there, just to give the journal a bit more interest. Okay, that looks fine. A bit more on the inside here. Maybe a bit more here, a bit here. It's really good visible in the natural. I don't know in nature. I don't know if you can see it very well on camera, but in nature it's showing up really well. So let's just double check if it's all okay. Yes, this looks good to me. So we don't need this ink pad and these dabbers anymore. So put them to the side. Okay. Last step is sewing in our signatures. I want to catch some grit paper, and then I will be right back, because then it's easier for me to place the holes where I want them to. So you can eyeball it. I could eyeball it too. No, oh, and I have a bit of ink on my hand. So this is where the baby wipes come in handy. So keep them in reach. Oops. And you can get rid of the color. Okay. Okay, fine. Yes, pullover sleeves are okay. The bit color over here, but it's okay for me. So I will get some paper and then I will be right back. So I cut out a piece of paper, which is the same width as the spine is. So let's see, I need some of my sewing clips to make it stay in place while poking the holes. So this is how I try to use a template. I'm not a big template girl. Usually I do it just by eyeballing. But I try out a template every now and then. So, okay, let's see. We have 2 signatures. I need my ballpoint pen. 2 signatures. We have 4 centimeters. So I think maybe something like 1.5 centimeter. If I put it in by 1 centimeter and 1, we would have. So just take a look at, I think 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8. So we have 8 of these boxes. Sorry. Just thinking. Okay, I will let's stay a bit placed from the top and the bottom. So something like here would be the middle, and then maybe 2 centimeters from the top and 2 centimeters from the bottom, something like this. Okay, of Of course, you can draw these lines right into your journal. I don't like it for myself, so I don't do it. So now we need something 1.5 centimeters, 1.5 centimeters. Then we would have, yes, I will do it at 1.5 centimeters. So I have 1 centimeter between the signatures, and I have 1 centimeter here and a half centimeter extra because of the folding. So I think this would be perfect. Let's try this out. So here, here, and here, and here. I thought about using the holes which are already in the signature, but I don't want to do this because I put in the holes on the second signature on another dimension. So just eyeballing, and don't know if you can see it. Here are the middle holes, here are the top holes. So they are not in the right same space, not nearly. So I try to do this again. If you have some signatures which are very fragile because of putting in the holes, you can just put in some washi tape, as I did here. This is really white and really sticky washi. I did this to strengthen the spine, and I will redo this for the other signatures if needed. Maybe I will do this later. So now I need my poking stick, my awl. Okay, here it is. So let's just poke through here, right through the cover, and widen it a bit. And of course you have to undo your template before sewing in, otherwise sorry, otherwise you would bind your template in the journal too. So this is nothing we want to have. So just poking the holes and widening them a bit, because both of the fabrics are not the best to see where you poke the holes. Okay, 2 more holes, 1 over here, 1 over here. Okay, remove your template. Okay, I can see the holes a bit. I can see them a bit on the outside, so this is fine. I can see them good enough. So let's take our signatures and see if we have to strengthen the spines. This looks good. This is the fabric, so I think they will be fine. Okay, these papers are fine. I already put in some journaling cards and stuff. Let's see if this needs something, because this is a bit of a fragile paper, but I think it's fine. Yes, this looks all really fine. So let's just adjust the signatures the way we want them to sit. I have this 2 doilies over here. Don't know, I hope the light is okay. Maybe a bit more light would be fine. Tiny bit more. Okay, let's try this out. So, okay, all the signatures sit really well in place. Okay, this looks fine. Then search for the middle of your signature, which is in this case over here. Get your ruler, tuck them in really tight. Make sure nothing is standing out where you don't want it to. Again, tucking them in. No, come on. Okay. Yes, this looks good. So now you can use your template, or if you are able to see this, these holes, you can use this as a guide or these as a guide. So I am able to see the holes, so I will use these as a guide. So I have to poke a hole over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. Now search again for the middle of your signature. Hold your signatures in place really well and fold them all over in one go. Maybe tuck them in again. Okay, so now we can see our marks on the inside. We will just use these as a guide to poke the new holes. I like to start at the middle. So 1, 2, just double check if there was nothing moving. Of course, you can use your paper clips or sewing clips to hold the signatures in place, or the papers of the signature in place, but for me it works out this way really fine. Okay, I think this worked out really good. Sometimes they are moving a tiny little bit, then you have to readjust them, but I think this is fine. So first signature, let's just do the second signature in one go. I want to put on some washi tape over here. Really love this washi, so let's use this just to strengthen the spine a bit, because this paper is a bit fragile. So just a good amount. This is really, really sticky. Fold it over and fold it over again. Okay. So, and fold over the crease again. So this is the crease. Okay, this looks fine to me. And it gives the journal something extra. So this paper is okay. This paper and this fabric and this paper is okay. This is okay. These can stay in place. This looks fine. This looks fine. These are thicker papers. Here are some holes already because I took this out from a bullet journal notebook. Okay, this looks really good to me. Okay, let's adjust the signatures, but I think they are fine. Here I put something in. I will let it be as it is. Okay, the adjustments look good to me. Maybe something like this. Okay, go through the middle, to the middle, tuck in your signatures. Tuck in your signatures really well. This is sticking out, but it's not a signature, it's just something I put in. So this looks good. This can stand out a bit from the bottom. This is fine for me. Ballpoint pen. Here's my ballpoint pen. So let's see. This looks fine. Yes, okay. So I need to poke a hole over here. Over here is already a hole. I will just poke through again because some of the signatures may have moved a bit. And a hole over here. Okay. Then repeat. Go to your middle. Adjust your signatures. Turn over in one go. Open it up at the middle, adjust the signatures again. Keep in mind where your middle piece is, not your middle piece, where is top and bottom. You can mark this as well, but for me it's totally fine. I can see this because the writing is in this direction. So this is my middle piece, and then again poke some holes. Middle hole, bottom hole, through all the signatures in one go. Okay, this is perfect, and then top hole, hold the signatures in place and poke your holes. Okay, oops. And if the signatures moved a bit, it's no big deal. You can just go in your way while binding them in by going in the papers one by one. So I don't need the sewing clips anymore. So I will get rid of these. Okay, maybe we will need them later, but not now. I like to start with the first signature. I know some people start with the last signature, and these are only 2 signatures, so it really doesn't matter this way, this many, but I don't know why, but I like to start with the first signature, and I never ran into any issues doing it this way. So we need our needle again and our waxed cord or waxed thread. 3 times the length of your journal gives you way enough to work with. Cut it off. Okay, sit down. Thread your needle. Okay, I want to start on the inside so that my knot and my leftover strings are on the inside. You can start on the outside as well. It just depends on what you like. So I will start here. If I'm not able to go through in one go, then I will just do it page by page. Okay, let's see where the holes are. This looks good. I did not catch all the signatures with the first hole, but it really doesn't matter because we have 3 holes and we will catch the signatures with the other holes. Then go from the inside out, leave a little tail, something like this. You can hold in place with your fingers. Then go to the top or the bottom hole, it really doesn't matter. I will go to the top hole first. So something like over here. Okay, and through the signatures again. In one go or page by page. And I like to use a blunt needle because then you don't poke new holes. Or it's not so easy to poke new holes. So let's go in here and here. And last hole over here, last paper. Okay, through the signatures, through the cover and the signatures, pull it tight, not ripping. Leave a little tail. Turn your cover around, your journal, and repeat the step with the last remaining hole. In this case, it's the bottom hole. And work your way through all your signatures. Okay, nearly there, last thing. And then we need the last hole, which is over here. Okay, this worked out fine. This is not really strong by now, but I will tighten it up later. Okay, see, tight but not ripping. Now it's a bit fiddly. You have to go into the middle hole again and into all of the signatures. When you pull them really tight, maybe it's sometimes it's it happens that you can go in one go, but usually I go into my cover, back into my cover, and then into the signatures as I did before, so one by one. And this is why I don't like to use sharp needles, but blunt needles, so that I don't poke my thread. Okay. Let's see. Signature. Okay. See, I did not poke my thread. And this is easier with a blunt needle. So then go back into your signature one by one. Just take your time. Okay, this one, and this is the last one. Got it. Okay, then go through. Then you have this bridge in the middle, and you want to have one string, one wing to say so, on every side. So just tuck this under. So see, bridge, one string on every, or one wing on every side. Pull it tight but not ripping. Check the outside. Yes, this is really tight. This looks good. Pull, pull, pull. And then tie a square knot. So left over right. Right over left. Cut off the excess as long as you, let it stay as long as you want to. I want it only to be 3 centimeters, something like this, just eyeballing. So this is our first signature bound in. Now repeat the step for the second signature. Where's our string here? There's our thread. So again, we need 3 times the length of the journal, or the height in this case. 1, 2, 3. This gives us way enough thread to work with. Thread your needle. Okay. Double check. Let's just double check that it's the right direction. It is. And then you start in the middle hole from the inside of your signature, work your way through all your papers. Work your way through one by one all your papers and your fabrics. If you have placed some fabrics in the signature, as I did, this worked out really well. So this is the middle hole of the journal cover. Turn around, pull it through, leave a little tail, then go in. Now I will go in at the top hole, so it really doesn't matter, top hole, bottom hole, you just go in where you want to. So let's see, it has to be something like over here. Yes, found it. You can put on some marks on your cover to see the holes better, but I found it. I found it without doing some extra marks. Pull it tight but not ripping. Go all the way from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. Then again through all the holes of the signature in one go. So this is my new hole. I know. I think it's my new hole. Okay, I have to double check. Oh no, this is my new hole. Okay, one by one page by one. Don't know if you can see it in camera, but I see it very well here, and you will see the not the success, the Ergebnis, the result. I think result. You will see the result in a few moments. So let's go in here. So as you can see, I have the holes on the same place and not one hole here, one hole here. It doesn't matter, it's a junk journal, but I did not want to have it this way. So back again to the middle. Okay, I will just turn this around so that I can work with this signature. This signature, the first signature, is not in my way. So, right, back to the middle hole. Something like here. Let's see. Okay, got it. And did not punch my thread, which is really fine. Let's try to go through all the signatures in one go. No, okay, then page by page again. Just work your way through, take your time, and here we go. And back to the inside. And if this gets stuck a bit, you can use your pliers. For example, I have some pliers like this. These are from a jewelry making set, which was really inexpensive. Of course, I use the jewelry making supplies up. I am using them up. I have many of them left. So one wing on every side of the bridge. Pull tight but not ripping. Double check on the outside. Looks good. Pull tight but not ripping. And tie a square knot. Left over right, right over left. And cut your strings. So that's it. Second signature is applied. Let's just see. So it looks like this at the moment. And we have the third signature we want to sew in. These are all pages in the same heights. So nothing extra special like here with different heights and different things and really tiny things like this. So I could use the holes I already created, but they are not the same as here. Or I could use my template. I did not mark where top and bottom is, but it is not necessary because the top and the bottom are the same. Just thinking what I want to do, so let's just double check. So the holes for this, they would work out. I think I will put in new holes. So let's see, this is our signature. I will use the middle hole. Okay, no, I don't want to use the middle hole. I want to do some new holes. This is strong paper, so it really doesn't matter. Maybe I can put something onto here so that it's not in my way. Maybe the scissors. Okay. So then again, use your template. This is only one signature, so I will not put this template right onto the crease, because then I don't see if I punched the crease or if I punched a bit off center. So I see where my crease is, I see where I want to have my holes. So let's start in the middle. It's over here. Hole number 1. Okay, this is good. Hole number 2. And the inking of this crease gives me a bit of a direction, so that I know where to punch my holes, so that I know where my crease is or my fold is. And last one, go all the way through the cover. Okay, this works out fine. Just thought I want to put on a bit more glue over here, a tiny drop, because this is a bit loose. Okay, this will catch in a few minutes. And maybe something over here. Okay, fine. This looks really fine. Yes, this is in place. Perfect. So now you can use your template or your cover and use it as a template. Oops, template just went down. Oh, here it is. So let's see, they are non-directional. So this is directional, but in this direction. So it does not matter if I put it in like this or like this, but I wanted to put it in like this just because. Okay, again, put it into here, place it in the middle, get your ballpoint pen, just mark where your holes are. Yes, this looks good. I have a hole over here, a hole over here, and a hole over here. Okay, that's it. Then again, turn over. Fold it. There's my bone folder. Here it is. Make a nice crisp fold. Switch for the middle. Use your ruler to tuck them in really, really tight. And then use your not pliers, your awl, your punching tool, to punch some new holes. 1, 2, and oh, this moved a bit, so let's just double check. Yes, this looks fine. Turn around, and 3rd hole. Okay, and turn back around. So I'm a bit off center here, so I want to poke this hole anew. This can happen, it's no big deal. So let's see. Okay, found it. Nice and crisp. We need our thread again. 1, 2, 3 times. Take it off. Thread your needle and repeat the steps you did before. So find your middle signature, find the middle hole of the signature, which is here, and the middle hole in your cover, which is over here. Go all the way through, leave a little tail, down to the bottom or up to the top, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's it. And again to the top. If I would have used this hole, which is a bit off center, my signature would stay into the journal something like this. I don't like this because this is why I poked a new hole right in the middle, and this is no big deal. I think it adds to the journal because it's a junk journal, it does not have to have a perfect binding. So this is what I like about creating junk journals. And the last hole of the cover. Turn around the whole thing. Okay. Turn around again. go into the middle hole. Don't poke your thread, go into the middle hole of the signature. So this worked out really fine, it was really easy. Okay, so let's see if this worked out, but I think so. Pull it tight, but not ripping. Perfect. Every wing is on one end, one side of the bridge. So here you can see, or I can see that I did not punch my thread. If this happens, you just pull out, you just use your needle or your awl. Oh, this got a bit sticky. I have to clean it up later. Then pull out your thread so that it can, I don't know how to explain it, so that it's when you pull on one thread that the other thread is not ripping or something like this. But with a blunt needle it usually works out really fine. So left over right, pull it tight, right over left, cut off the excess, and that's it. You can go in with your bone folder again, just to make sure your signatures are really staying in place and really crisp. So let's do this. Okay, this is really fat. So let's see, where's the end of the first signature? Something like over here. And something like over here. I do not pull too much because it's so thick. Okay, let's stand up again so that I see if I am in a frame. Okay, I am perfect. So that is our finished journal. This is hardcover, but it's a bit flexible because I put on only one one piece of cardstock. So this is a happy mistake, as I said before. So this is a bit more flexible. You can go over with your bone folder again. Fold it in like this. This is sticking out because it's a goodie I put in. And then close your journal with your elastic. So that's it. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more junk journal videos and bullet journal videos. And I will show a flip through this journal, but I will do this in another video. Bye.